Welcome to the Homegrown Haven. There's a few generations of us living here, all under one roof. Well, mostly. We are renovating our 3-bedroom bungalow, room by room, and learning as we go. We've just finished building an annex out the side of the bungalow, which is now home to my grandma. It's given her space, independence, and still keeps her right at the heart of everything we're doing here. And then there's the land, about an acre that we're turning into a proper kitchen garden. The goal is simple: grow more of our own food, waste less, and figure things out as we go. It's not always smooth, and it's definitely not for everyone, but it works for us. If you're into renovations, gardening, or just curious about a different way of living, you're in the right place.
Well, another significant milestone. I am now fully retired. It's official. And I'm absolutely thrilled. Didn't think I would be, but I am. And I think that's because I have a different project in my life now. But that now means this van is redundant. Now, one of my neighbours said, "Will you regret selling it?" No. It's been an expensive van to maintain. The trouble with all modern equipment is it's all computer based. It's all sensors and switches. And we've spent so much money maintaining it. The old van I had before this one, which was a real workhorse, very basic, just a diesel engine, it gave me problems because it was old. But this has been difficult. So I'm glad to sell it and be rid of the costs of running an expensive vehicle. So I'm hoping it's going to go this week. We'll wait and see. So I've done one more run with it, and we both have very nice cars. In fact, Charlotte and Carl have a brand new car. So nobody's going to want me to put turf, sand, compost in the back of their cars. So I've done one more run with this van. I've got some fencing, 2 fence panels to shroud the oil tank. I've got some more compost because I'm hoping that this month I'll receive my asparagus crowns from Marshalls. Certainly hope so. I've paid for them. I've got some sand. They had some split bags they were selling for £1 each, so I've got some sand to go in the next raised bed, which I'll be sowing parsnips in. I had to get some stuff for Mum. For Mum's building insurance, she needed fire extinguishers because it's of a wooden construction, so I've got those. Oh, and some turfs to go on that bit by the pond bed, which has been soiled for a few months now, and it'll be nice to get that turfed over. Yeah, Charlotte and Carl did not want turfs in their brand new expensive car. So I'm really pleased to have got this load done. I was down there when the doors opened at 7 and I was back by 8. Job done. That's how I do my shopping. So let's get on and get this lot sorted out. Well, it's taken me most of the morning. That's just the 2 panels, that's all it needs to hide the tank from view. And I think it's made quite an impact. We've got 3 clematis now planted around the base. And I've got the first wire in to support them as they grow. But yeah, very happy with the overall look. I've got a little bit more bracing to put in on the panels, but I can do that another time. As the sun starts to shine, I'm very pleased with that. Right, turf. There's a lady happy with her lot. Only take you a couple of hours to sweep that patio, Mum.
I know.
Who built it that big, for crying out loud?
He's putting dirt on it, that's what I want to know.
I still haven't plucked up the nerve to go on there with my shoes on. And I've just spent an hour putting the blooming table together. No peace for the wicked. Well, it's only a small patch, but it does tidy it up. Should have bought one more roll. Anyway, it's looking good. I've watered it in. And we're enjoying the sunshine on the new patio. It is an observation of mine when I look back at the 8 years I had my 2.5 allotments and the time I've had in this garden. I can remember that sense of overwhelming urgency when I arrived at the allotment, whenever I got up there after work, and I always, or almost always, had a Sunday up there, of the sheer number of jobs that needed doing, and I would never get them all completed. And you know, I always wanted my allotment to look its very best, and I always felt it never did because I just never had time. And what a contrast to now when, alright, I've only been retired a week, but actually I've had 6 days out of 7 since August. What a difference. I mean, obviously there was so much work to do. I mean, if you've been with the channel since its conception, you'll have seen that this was just a wild acre of untended ground. And over that time, as a family, we've turned it into what it has become. But personally speaking, I have a very strong sense of calm, that I'm on top of it. Of course, there are always jobs to be done, but it's not running away with me. I've got the time, I prioritise. I have to say I tend to do the jobs I enjoy rather than the jobs that are the most important. But I have to say, and of course I'm slightly biased, but the garden is looking stunning this spring and I'm immensely proud of it. But I thought I'd take the opportunity just to show you in detail. I tend to skip through this bit of what's going on in the greenhouse. I think it's the 5th of April. Well, I know I've shown you these before, but there's onions, leeks, onions. They're both multi-sown, and I have to say, oddly, and this includes the leeks, that they don't seem to have moved very much at all. Now, of course, some knowledgeable horticulturalists might say, well, they're putting down roots, Martin, and once the roots are in and the weather warms up, they'll romp away. But you can see from these onions here that they really aren't looking well, and a lot of them have just died off. I keep them watered. I suspect one of the major reasons for that is the compost they're in, and I'll mention that in a minute. This is New Zealand spinach, some tomatoes, more multi-sown radishes. The peas are in the roof and coming round. These are tumbling tom tomatoes. We've got 0 temperatures tonight and the following night, so a lot of this will be going up in the shed to protect it. I've spent weeks cultivating this lot. I don't want to lose them in one night. These are some sweet peppers. Then there's what looks like an empty tray of newly sown spring onions, more insipid, poor looking onions sown from seed, and then to the potting bench. That's the cabbage that I've just pricked out. I'm putting it in some water to water it from below. I'm just re-sown some lettuce. Those are 3 red celery plants. I don't recognise them as celery. I wonder if I've got dodgy seeds. Anyway, we'll see. And then these geraniums and petunias that we bought as tiny little plug plants. I think the petunias are doing better than the geraniums. Maybe the geraniums need a bit more hot weather. The temperature's due to hit 20 degrees Celsius this week, so that might help. And then on the base, I've got various dahlias that I've overwintered in the greenhouse in pots. That one up there is doing particularly well. And then in the 2 beds, which I've enriched recently with more multi-purpose compost, I've got a mixture of the garlic that Carl planted back in the autumn, and then I've got more multi-sown radish as it starts to rain, more multi-sown spring onions, and then today I've put some little gem lettuce in, just a few, and we start to grow some salad crops hopefully. Let's have a look in the inner sanctum. I completely forgot I'd kept a tray of walnuts from the tree. I don't know whether they'll have rotted off or whether I can eat them, but I'm going to get a set of pliers and use them as nutcrackers and see what they taste like, if there's anything inside. 3 Brussels sprout plants. Then I've got a tray of all year round cauliflower, a couple of excess tumbling tom tomatoes, and then here I've got some camassias here, and then some more sweet peppers, and then these are broccoli Iron Man, and then some more. I've just pricked these out this morning, some little gem lettuce, and hopefully again once they've developed a bit of size they can go inside the greenhouse as well. So at the moment I'm very happy that there's nothing apart from maybe parsnips that I'm waiting on. I've just taken the lid off the carrot bed. It's been on there a week. There's nothing showing, but then there never is. We'll see what happens there, and I'm going to save the parsnip sowing until later in the week once these freezing nighttime temperatures are over, and then I'm rather hoping that that's us done with the bitterly cold nights as we move deeper into April. We shall see, but I'm very happy with what's going on in here, and as I say, no overwhelming sense of it's all getting away from me. I'm on top of it. It's all going according to plan, or according to Charles Dowding's calendar. I'm very happy.
I'm most observant.
Look on the floor.
George.
Oh, we've seen one.
Oh, go on then.
Get the egg.
I'll come out here every day now thinking this.
Yeah.
You put it in the basket.
Oh boy.
Well done.
You've run past another one. Can you see another one? Can you see another one? George.
On the floor.
Look down. George.
On the floor. Well done.
Come on then.
What did you say? There's none in there.
We're close to here, George.
Well done. You see another one? You see an egg?
What about the lady?
Look, George.
George?
Look at the statue.
George, where's the
George.
statue?
George. Oh, I see another one.
Oh, has he?
Wow.
Well done.
Grandma's clapping you, George, because you found another one.
Where's the lady? He has no future in the Royal Observer Corps. George,
George.
look at the... Stop eating.
More. George, can you find any more eggs?
Look at the statue.
Oh, look at her.
George.
Hey!
Put it in the basket.
George, in the basket. Good boy.
Well, it's parsnip sowing day. I've created the planting grooves with my hand, and then every 2 to 3 inches. Yes, sunshine. I've put 3 seeds in a cluster, so at least one should come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. So that's over 60 parsnips sown. We shall see. Right, cover them up and water them in. Well, that's the raised bed of parsnips all sown on the 6th of April. We'll see how they get on. We've got a lot of seedlings on the go in here. It's a wonderful time of year if you're a gardener. But I would say, right up until last year, I used to be able to buy peat-based general purpose compost at my local garden centre. We've now moved up to Herefordshire, and I can't find peat-based compost anymore. And of course a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't be using peat, and okay, fine. But what I've noticed is these new peat-free composts are nowhere near as good at retaining moisture. So whereas you used to plant a seed, say a courgette seed, in a little 9 centimetre pot, give it a good douse of water, put it on the greenhouse shelf and leave it till it germinated, now the soil or the compost is dry, bone dust dry, within a day or two, especially in this warmth. So I guess the point is, that's the future. And we've got to get used to it, but I think that the new peat-free compost just require a different approach and more attention from the gardener. That's my observation.
Hiya, Grandma, hiya.
Oh, I'm trying. Really work at it.
Alright, you can give her a push now, Carl.
No, I can't. Oh, do we have to look at that? Yay, well done.
Mum's first trip to the bottom of the garden. It has made such a difference to her life. And I don't think it's my imagination, but her mobility, although still limited, is improving. Well, what a lovely day, what a lovely weekend. It's been a real pleasure and a change for me and for us to sit on the patio, enjoy what we've created with my mum, and thoroughly enjoy each other's company and the beautiful garden we're making. The weather is superb, it continues this week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Not just lazing around, eating, drinking and being merry. The parsnips are now sown, for better or for worse. We'll see how that goes. And Carl put in the ground some multi-sown onions. They're not very big, we'll see what happens. But yeah, productive as well as enjoyable. Thanks for watching. See you again next week.